Hi, in this tutorial I'll talk about the basics of Postman, and throughout this series we'll talk about the different features of Postman with demos. So what is Postman? So as per official documentation, Postman is an API platform for building and using APIs. Postman simplify each step of API lifecycle and streamline collaboration so that you can create better API faster. So in nutshell, what does that mean? Postman is one of the most popular platform or tool for API management. What do you mean by API management? So for API management, let's say you need API client, you can design, document, test APIs using help of Postman. This support the mock servers, monitoring and API detection as well. Throughout this series, we'll talk about these concepts and these topics in detail with the demos. How you can use Postman? So there's a 4 ways you can use Postman. You can install on your local machine. Postman is available for all the platforms. You can use over a web app. If you're using over web, so it is recommended to install a agent called Postman desktop agent, because Postman web app has some limitations. To avoid those, you have to install this Postman desktop agent. It is always advisable. You can use CLI as well, command based tool, where you can run your collections. And the last option is Postman Chrome app, which is deprecated and not supported now, so this should be avoided to use Postman. So as part of this tutorial, I'll show you how you can set up on local, means how you can install Postman on local, and how to use on web. So Postman support most of the features, most of the requests, but most commonly used, it support HTTP and GraphQL both. It support other stuff as well. We'll see that in detail in coming tutorials. So as part of this tutorial, going further, what we'll see, so I'll show you how to create a Postman user account so that you can have your data over cloud. Then we'll set up Postman on local, and we'll see the overview of Postman app, means what are the different main sections we have on Postman app, either on desktop or web. Both has same kind of sections. So as soon as you land over Postman website, you will see you can sign up using just provided your email address. So we'll see the sign up, right? And you can use this download for all the platforms, means desktop is available for all the platforms. So before we download on a local, let's sign up first. We'll sign up it so that you can share your request or data, whatever you have, among the different devices. And this is important. You will understand in further tutorials when I will explain, when we'll create different collections requests. So let's sign up this first. So you can sign up using Google account, sign up using SSO, or you can create account by giving your email address. So let me create account here. And you have to provide your name. So let's say Geeks Codebook. And what is the role? Let's say, or you can add any role, whatever you have. Let's say I'm adding backend developer, and continue. So you can invite other peoples as well for this. So right now I'm not inviting anyone. We'll see that in coming tutorial. For now, let's say continue without team. So it asks you some other information, whether you already have a request. I don't have anything, and some other questions. You will understand those, right? How would you like to bring your work into Postman? Means if you have already API set up, you have already collection created, how you want to import that in Postman. So whether you want to import using files, we'll see that in coming tutorials, or the base URL. Right now I'm not sure of any of this stuff. So what I'll do, either continue, I just close it, right? That's it. So you will see in this UI has been created for my user now. So you will see this is my web app and my user has been created. So if you go here and see right hand side top, you manage accounts, you will see my user Geeks Codebook 1-2, and it's been created. So sign out, settings, switch account, you can add other accounts here as well. So this is the web available. Now we'll see how to download and you install that software on your local machine. That is straightforward. You just need to download. The application is available for all platforms, for Windows, Mac and Linux. So now onwards, when you hit postman.com, again it will land you on your user account. So let me sign out first here, sign out, and let me go to the Postman now. Right, again I landed over my home, the main page. Now I'm using this Mac, so I'll download a app for Mac. Same way you can download for Windows or Linux. The process is straightforward. Download, it asks me which chip I have on Mac. So Mac has support Intel and Apple, so I'm using this one, and it will download on my local now. So I have downloaded, unzip, and I'll move this to my application. So as you know, you have to move applications in applications for Mac. So it's done. Now let me open this. Okay, Postman, if I search, it will say you have multiple copies. So I will remove these two and I'll open from the applications. Okay, so my locally installed Postman has been open now, but you don't see anything, right? You can create collections, workspaces, requests without login, but it is recommended to log in or create a account with Postman, right? So I already created account. So what I'll do, I'll sign up here, and my Geeks Codebook username is Geeks Codebook, and let's say, right, so log in, sign up now. It will ask you whether you want to open application. So yes, I want to open this Postman account in my locally installed application. Open it. So I am logged in with my local instance, locally running Postman app, and if you see here, this is my account. Now when you landed over here first time, you will see some promotions or some information for your further use. Now what you have to do here is you have to create a workspace, right? When you create a workspace, then you will see the other important options or sections, whatever you want. So right now let's say I use my old one, right, which I created, let's say my workspace, which comes default. When I logged in, this was created. I'll create new to show you further, but let's it open now so that you can see the different sections here. So if you see now, there are different sections. The first one, we'll talk these at a high level when we'll create demos, means when we create that actual request related demos, then I will explain you all the sections in detail. Okay, so I'm explaining the terminologies which is used by Postman documentation itself. So they used to call it, this is header, where you see the different options here: home, workspace, API, network, explore. We'll see each and everything in detail. This is, if you check there, this is called sidebar or side navigation, where you can have the create options, new, import, collections, environments, history, and the spaces. You will see here when you create your own workspace, you will see the name of that workspace. We'll create that in the first tutorial, means next tutorial, right? There are different options. This is called footer, where you will see the different options. When you make a request, you will see console here, and you will see a lot of other stuff there. And there must be a right hand side sections when you create requests, right? So at the right hand side here, you will find a one more section that is called sidebar, right sidebar. You will see further options when we create our collection and the request. And the main section you will find here, this is called workbench. You will see the different options here. We'll create request here, we'll see the response here. You will understand when we'll create our first request. So there's a number of testing API available. These are available over internet for your testing, for your learning. So we'll use many openly available APIs to learn our this Postman, right, how we can use it. So in next tutorial, I'll show you the first request, how we make a request, and then we'll see the different options, different sections using that request. I hope you understood. If you have any question, add your comment. Thank you.